Hello all, my name is Sujan George and welcome to this lecture series of surveying. Today we'll be discussing about reciprocal leveling. Now in my previous video, we have already found that by the principle of equalizing backside and foresight distances, that if the level is placed exactly midway between 2 points and the staff readings are taken to determine the difference of level, then the errors due to inclined line of collimation or curvature and refraction, they are automatically eliminated. But in the case of a river or a valley, it is not possible to set up the level midway between the 2 points on opposite banks. Like for example, suppose this is here one river is there, and suppose you need to find the level difference between this point A and this point B on opposite banks of the river. So we cannot place the level instrument on the river. That is not a feasible option. Then what can we do? We have to do two types of setups. In such cases, the method of reciprocal leveling is adopted. In this, it involves observations from both sides of the river. The observations has to be taken from both the sides or both the banks of the river. Now, in reciprocal leveling, the level is set up on both banks of the river and two sets of the staff readings are taken by holding the staff on both the banks. In this case, it is found that the errors are completely eliminated and the true difference of level is equal to the mean of the apparent differences of the level. Okay, so in this case, the true difference of level will be equal to the apparent difference of level, or you can say it is equal to the mean of the apparent difference of level. Okay, so this thing for this we have to derive a relation. Okay, we have to derive a relation for this. So the principle of the reciprocal leveling is explained as follows. Now suppose this is a river. This is a river, and here these 2 points are there, point A and point B. One leveling staff is held at point A and another leveling staff is held at point B. This level instrument, it is set up very near to the point A. Okay, this is the level instrument, and this level instrument is set up very near to point A. And after proper temporary adjustments, the staff readings are taken. Now, as this level is very near to point A, let us say that the staff reading, suppose this is the horizontal line of sight or line of collimation. This is the line of sight or line of collimation. And suppose the collimation line, it is moving in the upwards direction. Okay, see, and one more line we have to make which will be equal to the level line, and this level line will be parallel to the surface of the earth. Okay, this level line, this will be parallel to the surface of the earth. So this line is the line of collimation. This will be the horizontal line. Okay, the middle line is the horizontal line. And the lower line is actually the level line. Okay, and this is the river. This is a riverbed. Okay, now if we need to find out the apparent difference of level between these points A and B, so always the error that will occur at staff B will be equal to what? The error will be equal to this distance between the line of collimation and the level line, because during temporary adjustment the level line should coincide with the horizontal line and the line of collimation. Okay, but if temporary adjustment gets disturbed, then this difference between the level line and line of collimation will be called as the error E. Let us call that this is the error E. Now, as this this level instrument is set up very near to this point A, very near to this leveling staff at point A, then we can say that it will show the true reading. Suppose this reading is A1 and this will show the true reading, and the reading at point B will give us this is the observed reading at point B. Suppose this is B1. The observed reading at point B is B1 because this is the line of collimation. This is what we are observing. This is the reading that we are observing. Okay, so this is the first setup. Okay, in the next setup, in the same field or in the same area, this is the same riverbed. This is the point A and this is the point B. Now what we do, the level is shifted, it is shifted and it is set up very near to this leveling staff at point B. This is the second setup. And then after proper temporary adjustments, the staff readings are taken at A and B both. Okay, so suppose this is the horizontal line, this is the level line, and this is the line of collimation. Okay, so the upper line will be the line of collimation. The middle line is the horizontal line. And the lower line is the level line. Now, suppose as this instrument is very near to this point B, so we will get the true staff reading at point B. Let us call this as B2. Okay, we will get the true staff reading at point B. Let us call this as B2. And here some error will be there at point A because point A is very far from this instrument and line of collimation is also inclined. So the error will be the difference between line of collimation and the level line. This difference is actually the error E, and the actual reading that you get at the leveling staff at point A will be matching with the line of collimation. Let us call this as A2. Okay, so this distance is A2. So in reciprocal leveling, we have to conduct two set of operations. One where the leveling staff, we will first place the leveling staff at both the banks of the river. Then we will set up the leveling instrument near to point A staff, and then we will take the readings on both A and B. One person will be standing holding this leveling staff at point B also. Okay. Then in another set, the level is shifted from this point and it is placed near to point B. Now when we take the reading, we will get the exact reading because this leveling staff is very near to point B. So we will get the exact reading at point B. But as this point A is very far from the leveling staff, from the level instrument, we will get some observed staff reading, and we have to find the error for that, and then we have to make it eliminate it for the true difference of the level. Now let us assume that let H equal to the true difference of level between A and B. Okay, we are assuming that H is the true difference of level between A and B, and this E is the combined error. See, this E, it is the combined error which is due to the line of collimation, due to the inclined line of collimation, curvature and refraction. Okay, it is the combined error due to inclined line of collimation. This is inclined line of collimation, curvature as well as refraction. Okay, now here in this case, this error it might be like positive or negative. This error might be positive or negative, but here the error is assumed to be positive. Okay, here the error is assumed to be positive as the line of collimation is inclined upwards. See, you can see the line of collimation, we are assuming that it is inclined upwards, hence the error is assumed to be positive. In case the line of collimation is inclined downwards, then we would have taken the error as negative. We would have assumed the error as negative. Okay, that we will see. Now, in the first case, like in this case, this is the first case. This is the first case, and this is the second case. Okay, so in the first case or in the first setup, the true staff reading at point A is this A1, because level is very near to this staff at point A. So true staff reading at point A will be A1. So true staff reading at A is equal to A1. Okay, but what is the observed staff reading at point B? Observed staff reading at point B is this line of collimation, that is B1. Okay, so observed staff reading at B is equal to small b1. So what will be the true staff reading at B? The true staff reading at B will be equal to this B1 minus this error. Okay, that will be the true staff reading. If we subtract this error from this observed reading, you will get the true staff reading. So hence this true staff reading at B will be equal to B1 minus E. Okay, now this true staff reading at A is equal to A1. As this level is very near to A, we can assume that it will give a true reading because it is very near to A. But as B is very far from this level instrument, so line of collimation can be in an inclined position. Hence, this is the observed staff reading, and the true staff reading will be this B1 minus this error E. Okay. So what is the true difference of level between points A and B? True difference of level between A and B. Now true difference of level will be the true staff reading between A and B. Okay, it will be the difference between the true staff readings between A and B. So as we have marked H is equal to true difference of level between A and B. So we will call this as H, and this is equal to true staff reading at A minus true staff reading at B. Okay, because this is between A and B. So true staff reading at A minus true staff reading at B. So at A it is A1. At A it is A1, and at B it is B1 minus E. So this will become minus B1 minus E. Okay, so if you open the bracket, we will get H is equal to A1 minus B1 plus E. A1 minus B1 plus E. Let us call this as equation number 1. Okay, this is equation number 1. Now, in the second case, see, in this second case, what we did, the level was shifted near B and readings were taken both on staffs A and B. So as this is near B, so we can see that we can find or we can obtain the true staff reading at B, that is B2, because this will be exactly horizontal. Okay, this reading will be exactly horizontal. So we can get the exact reading as B2. So here true staff reading at B will be equal to what? True staff reading at B will be equal to B2. Why? Because the level is very near to point B. What is the observed staff reading? Observed staff reading at point A. Now you see, the observed staff reading at point A is given as A2 because this is coinciding with the line of collimation. So the observed staff reading at A is A2. This is equal to A2. Hence, what will be the true staff reading at point A? So the true staff reading at point A, it will be equal to A2 minus error E. See, this A2 minus this error E will give the true staff reading at this point A, at the leveling staff at point A. So this will be equal to A2 minus E. So the true difference of level between A and B, that is H, will be equal to what? That is true staff reading at point A minus true staff reading at point B. So it will be at true staff reading at A is A2 minus E and at B it is B2. So this can be written as A2 minus E minus B2. Okay, hence H is equal to A2 minus E minus B2. Let us call this as equation number 2. Okay, so in first case we got this equation and in the second case we got this equation. So if we adding both equations 1 and 2, what we will get? We get, if we add both 1 and 2, this will be H plus H, that is 2H is equal to A1 minus B1 plus E, A1 minus B1 plus E plus A2 minus E minus B2. Okay, so here E plus E minus E will get cancelled. What will remain? We will get 2H is equal to A1 minus B1 plus A2 minus B2, or this can also be written as H is equal to A1 minus B1 plus A2 minus B2 whole divided by 2. Okay, now what is H? H is the true difference of level between A and B. See, H is the true difference of level between A and B. And A1, B1 is what? See, in the first case, A1 is this reading and B1 is this observed reading. Actually, line of collimation is the observed reading. Okay, this we all know that line of collimation is the observed reading. So observed reading at point A is A1 and at point B is B1. So this is A1 minus B1. Similarly, in the second case, the observed reading at point B is B2 and the observed reading at point A is A2. Hence, this has been it is written as A2 minus B2, and this is whole divided by 2. Hence, you can see that this relation has been derived, that true difference of level is equal to mean of the apparent difference of level. See, we can write this as same. This is the true difference of level between A and B. In this case, it is points A and B, that is H, is equal to, this is mean of the apparent difference, isn't it? This is mean of the apparent difference of level between A and B. Okay, so we have derived this relation, and based on this we will be solving some numericals. That will be done in the next video.